Very good afternoon, everyone, to our second session in the GWS Learning Guild. The first one was delivered by Vaibhav Parikh on AI in the space of learning and development. And today we have a very special guest, Nandini, who's going to be delivering a session on assessments in the learning and development space. But before I introduce Nandini to all of us, a couple of things. We are recording this session. We would love to have everyone with their cameras on, and it's absolutely fine for your kids, your pets, your parents to be all around you. It's fine for you to be snacking through the session. It's evening hours, so we are absolutely fine with that. The idea is to create a safe space for us to ask and share. The good thing about this community is people from the community put up their hands to present on topics that they are experts in, they are fluent in. So you will see more of our people from the community joining and presenting to us. So with that, I'm going to introduce Nandini Venugopal to us. Nandini Venugopal, I've known her a little over a year, and we took to liking each other on a cab journey to a common venue. And then since then, we've been talking and interacting a lot. She's the founder of a renowned talent assessment services and training company. I just got to know that she's also into training right before a call. I only knew talent assessments till now. She has about 15 years of academic experience and has published a book and research paper in the national and international journals, which is amazing. She's been mentored by the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Women in collaboration with IIM Bangalore, and has been recognized as the best woman entrepreneur by Jobs for Her, which is her key as we speak today. She has about 4 years of experience in crafting impactful training and development programs, and that's the reason we have her here. With that, Nandini, over to you to help us understand the learning and development folks. How can we create assessments that really help us assess the knowledge of our trainees? Thank you.
Thank you, Shanti. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. So I would like to thank Shanti Sharma for this incredible opportunity to take session for the vibrant community. And as I said before, in continuation with this session, maybe I would be taking two to three more sessions this month. It all starts with Shanti's webinar session. So thank you very much, Shanti. Yeah. Okay. Let me share my screen. It's okay. Is my screen visible?
It is, Nandini.
Okay. I'm Nandini Venugopal, founder of J Santec Private Limited. We are into talent assessment services and a training program. We create talent assessment papers for the companies to evaluate the candidate skills and abilities so that they become the right fit for the job role. And in addition to this talent assessment services, we also do upskilling training program, especially for women returnees and graduates and final year graduates and postgraduate students to prepare them for the job market. And today the topic is, what is the role of assessments in evaluating the success of training program? So before we go deep into know what is assessments and what is training program, let us first understand what is meant by organization and resources. Okay, so organization is a purposeful and structured entity that brings together people, resources, and process to work together for a common specific goal. There's one famous quote by Dave Bookbinder. For any organization, employees are considered to be a valuable asset. Be a small company or a global business company, employees are an important asset. So what do these employees bring? These employees bring a diversified set of skills, knowledge, competency, ability to perform a specific task. So that drives the business. And it is very, very important for an employer to recognize the employees and invest on their well-being. Investment may be on their mental health, or career growth, or personal growth, or professional growth. So some of the initiatives, maybe the employee development program, or skill building initiatives, or mental health program. The organization can look out for all these programs. Why? If they invest on their employees and prioritize their well-being and development, they can lead to a more, adaptive and resilient workforce, which can lead to success of an organization. So at a nutshell, we can say employees are very important asset for an organization, and investing on an employee is very, very important. So next, as we said, there are many more developmental programs for employees. Now we are going to discuss about employee training. Okay, what is employee training? It is a planned set of activities to develop the knowledge, skills, and just a minute. Sorry. It goes. Okay. Okay. Now, okay. So employee training is nothing but a planned set of activities to develop the knowledge, skill, and competency of employee to enhance their performance at the current role or prepare them for the future role. Okay. And there are 3 levels of training. One is the entry level training, wherein the organization can build competency for the new hires. So building competency is a very, very important quality in new hires so that they can perform the job. When you come to mid-level training, developing their competencies or enhancing their performance is very, very important. And when it comes to, I'll pause this video. Yeah. When it comes to senior level training, developing their leadership skills or managerial skills or behavioral skills is very important so that the organization can prepare them for future roles and responsibilities. So maybe the company can look upon on their employees at 3 levels. So these are the 3 levels: entry level, mid-level, and senior level. Okay. So now the organization has decided, okay, let me start with employee training. So now employees, so what are the benefits for the employees as well as for the employers because of employee training? So let's see first on employees. So how do employee benefit from this employee training? First one, when you give training to the employees, it will enhance their skill. So when the skills are enhanced, it will lead to their personal growth. Okay. And another one thing, when organizations select some employees and give training, they feel more valued. Okay. So when they feel more value, they can take up more responsibilities and they can be a role model to the fellow team members. And next one, this employee training will provide a pathway for their career development so that they can climb upon the ladder in the organization. So when you improve their skills, automatically your confidence level will increase. So when the confidence level is increased, you can take up any additional task and responsibilities, be it a new technology or, if you want to perform the role in a cross-functional team, you can do it because now your skill, your competency, and your ability have been enhanced. And another one thing, adaptability. How well you can adopt to this evolving business changes, to the market changes, or to the business changes, or to the project changes. As you have, as you have more knowledge, you can be more adaptable and resilient workforce. And at the last, I can say you job security. So now like how market is going on now. Okay. So when an organization gives you training, Now you can feel, oh, my job is secured now. So which is needed in today's recession. Okay. So these are some of the benefits for employees. Okay. Now, when it comes to organization benefits, now how organization can benefit from the trained employee or from the employee training. First one, increased productivity. When you give training to the people, you can say that no, their skill is enhanced, which can lead to increase in productive levels. Okay. And another one thing you can say, talent retention. So this is very, very important for any company. So when you hire an employee and when the employee stays in the organization for 2 years or 3 years, and when you train them for future roles and responsibilities, okay, if the employee leave the organization, then it will be an additional cost, time, effort for an organization to find the new hire and then train the hire to fit to the job role. Okay, so it will take some time for that employee to get accommodated into the job role. So what will happen? There will be a delay in the project, and that project cost also will increase. Okay, so this is very, very important for the organization. So when organization gives training to the employees, they also make sure that that talent is retained in the company. And then innovation. So when you have new set of knowledge, you can bring new ideas. You can bring new ideas to the company. Okay. And another one thing, so these are some of the benefits for an organization. Okay. So now we learned about, like what are the benefits for organization and employer. Okay. Now the organization has given you, okay, this is a training program I want to have for my employees. The next question is, who will be the trainer? Okay. So what knowledge will the trainer will give my employees? Okay. Now the organization is going to select a trainer so that employees are benefited, organization is benefited, and the trainer also get additional knowledge. Okay. Now let us see what is the role of a trainer. Trainer, he has to build an like simulating or learning environment wherein the learners can involve in conversation with the trainers. Interaction is very, very important. Communication, engagement, and participation. So that it should be like two-way communication. So the role of a trainer is to set up that environment. And another one thing, when the environment is set up, he has to make sure that the learners acquire the knowledge, skills, and competencies. Third one, so when he set up everything, he has to design the training program to match the learner's knowledge. And then, as we are all from training community, we have to make sure our training sessions are engaged and live. And at the last, you have to evaluate your learner's progress. So these are some of the role of trainer. Now, when you come to, so this, how to plan for training sessions. The first point is know your audience. So why a trainer should know his audience? Can anyone give some answer to this? Before the training session starts, why the trainer should know his audience?
To be able to customize the learning, the activities, how much of detail, basically to customize the training to the need of the audience, and also to understand what should the audience be able to do at the end and be able to cater accordingly.
Yes, correct, Shanti. Okay, now let me take one example. The company has organized a digital marketing course for employees. Okay, maybe like 50 employees. These 50 employees will be from diverse background. Maybe they may be from sales team, marketing team, or customer relationship team, or IT team, or non-IT team also. And these people will come from varied levels of experience. Okay, the first thing you should know, like, how can I deliver my training session to these types of learners, because they're all from different background and different levels of experience. Once you know your audience, then next thing is you have to define your goals. What do you mean by goal? That is called as a learning objective. What will be your training program? How will you design your training program? Mainly, the training program should align with the organizational goals as well as to the individual growth. I'm not saying for each individual, maybe for a team growth or and to the organizational growth. And once it is aligned, next you have to choose your teaching methods. Maybe you can go for lecture or discussion or video content or audio content or any activities. And then once you decide on your teaching methods, then you should decide, like, how can I engage my audience? As I told you, there should be like a two-way communication. So how will you engage your audience? Okay, maybe can I go for role play? Can I go for scenario-based discussion? Can I go for group discussion? Then as per that, you prepare your training materials. And next step is you deliver your training session. And then the last one is training evaluation. So this is a very, very important step for a trainer. So to understand how well you have delivered your training program, or how well the learners have understood your training program, whether you have met your learning objective or whether you have met your organizational demand. So how you can do this? By survey, quizzes, interviews, on job evaluation method. So these are some, points for a trainer before he starts the training session. Now here I am going to talk about assessments in first step as well as in the last step. Okay. Okay. So first step, that is know your audience. As I told you before, why you need to know your audience? To understand who your learners are, what they already know, and what they want to learn from you, and then how they prefer to learn. So these are some of the questions for which you have to prepare the answers. And how will you get this information from your learners? By all these methods: pre-training assessments, surveys, interviews, focus group, and persona groups. Okay. Now here I'm going to talk about assessments. How assessments play an important role in knowing your audience. Okay. So here this is called as a pre-training assessments. Pre-training assessment will give you a customized blueprint for the training program. So let us see first point. Okay. So as I already told you, now you have 50 learners who want to learn digital marketing. Now I will prepare a set of multiple choice questions on digital marketing, starting from remembering level, understanding, analyzing, application level. So when I give this set of question papers to these 50 learners, I will get some grades based upon some topics. And now based upon the grades, what I can do, I can divide this group into two categories. First category, they are basic. So they know very little about digital marketing. Group 2, they know digital marketing, but they want to learn about advanced topics on digital marketing. So now I cannot prepare a training material, or I cannot prepare a training session which will match these two categories, because my intention of training will go for a toss. So what can I do here? Maybe for beginners, I can prepare them for 1 week, teaching them some concepts so that they match with this category 2 group. And then I can club this category 1 and category 2 and can take up the advanced topics. So this way, you can minimize your effort and the time you put on the training session. And another one thing, the second point, if you see, identifying learning needs and preferences. See, some people, some learners, they want to learn practical oriented learning, or some people they want to learn like no, give me a mini project so that no, I acquire analysis and application level. So you will identify what is the needs and the preferences from this pre-training assessment. So when you pinpoint the learner, see that you are at this level and what you need to do and what I am going to do, it will simulate their curiosity for the training programs. And the last, you can customize your training content. See, customization, I'm not saying that you have to customize a training content and training session for each and every individual. It is not possible, but you may customize a training content for one set of people or for another set of people so that it will be an reference material for them to refer whenever they want. So this is very, very important where the trainers can use pre-training assessments. So once you get the grades and once you know the audience and what is the learning needs and preferences and everything, you conduct the training session. And once the training session is conducted, is over, then the next step, evaluation. How will you evaluate? There are many methods of evaluation. You can choose any method to evaluate. So now here, whatever evaluation method you use, maybe Kirkpatrick's 4-level model or, like a Phillips ROI model, whatever model you use, there is a level called learning. If you see here you can see the level called learning, and in Phillips ROI model also you can see a level called learning. So what do you mean by learning? Learning is nothing but wherein the trainer should assess whether the learners have understood your training program or whether they can able to perform very well because of this training program. Okay. How will you assess them? Here comes your post-training assessments. So what do you mean by post-training assessments? It is nothing but it measures the impact of your training program and growth of employee. So let's see the first point. First point is what? Understand the effectiveness of the training content. How will you measure this? Now, again, I'm going to give a set of, see, why I'm emphasizing more on assessment is this is very simple tool for evaluating. See, I cannot sit with each and every individual to find out whether he has understood the concept or not. Rather, I can give a set of multiple choice question. So it is not only, like a theory oriented or scenario based oriented that I will let you know after this slide. But I will give them a set of assessment questions so that I will know whether they have understood my training program. See, now I haven't grade for pre-training assessments. Now I have my grades for post-training assessments. Now, can I able to compare? It's very easy, correct? Now, in the beginning, in the pre-training assessment, maybe I would have given some questions on social media optimization. Maybe my learners would not have scored that much. Now, here, I will give some questions on the same topic. Now, I'm able to assess, okay, now the learners have graded more. So that means very well. They have understood the topic. Okay, so now this is how you measure. See, there are various methods. I'm telling you, there are various methods, but this assessment is a simple and easy tool to evaluate. Then second one, yes, by the grades, I can able to understand how the employee understood the concepts. Third one, here, identification of knowledge gaps. Now, I may taught them 10 topics in digital marketing. and I may have prepared questions on those 10 topics. But if I see out of 10 topics, if more than 50% of the people may have, they have not scored very well on some 4 topics, then that means I need to take some, extra additional classes on those 4 topics so that I can fill the knowledge gaps. So as a trainer, I have to make sure, see, 100% knowledge transfer cannot be done. But I have to make sure at least I'm doing my duty, at least some 80 to 85% knowledge is done. And that knowledge retains in the minds of the employee, which in turn they can able to apply that knowledge in their job role. This is my agenda. What is my why I'm giving them the training? I should make sure whatever knowledge they got from this training, they should be able to apply that knowledge in their present job role, which should be aligned to the organizational goal. Organizational goal is very, very important for me because that drives the business, that brings revenue to the business. Okay, so identification of knowledge gaps is very important. Then measure training ROI. See, return on investment cannot be measured by using only assessments. There are various methods. An organization measures a ROI in on the job performance. Maybe they will observe the employees for a period of 6 months or 1 year, and then what revenue they bring to the company. Based upon so many, parameters, they measure the ROI. And when the learners know the concepts, or when their knowledge level is increased, their competency and their ability is increased, which can be observed in their job roles. Maybe they'll be more engaged, they'll be more committed to the roles, and yeah.
Huh? I'm sorry.
Okay. So they'll be more committed, and they will be a role model to their fellow team members. So from their knowledge can cascade down to the team members. And at last, business impact. Okay. So now you know the importance of training assessments. Now I will let you know how to design these training assessments. First one, when you're about to design the training assessments, you should know what is your objectives. Okay. And then how well you can align these objectives to the job requirements or to the training program requirement. Once it is aligned, now you can use different types of assessments to test your learner. And when you are creating assessments, the main important thing is Bloom's taxonomy and depth of knowledge. These are the different pedagogy approaches used in creating assessments. Maybe is it a training program or an educational content? Bloom's taxonomy is widely used. Okay. Now coming to assessment types. As I already told you, training can be done at various levels. Okay. Now, suppose if I want to create, if I want to give training for entry level, then I can combine. Okay. I can combine technical training to them along with communication skill training so that I can evaluate their technical knowledge as well as their communication ability. If it is for mid-level and senior level, I can combine technical training, psychometric training, and behavioral training so that I prepare them for the future job roles. So these are, some of the assessment types where a trainer can, try. Maybe the trainer should have 360 degree view. If they take training only on digital marketing, Suppose for an example, okay, now if the trainer takes training on digital marketing, so digital marketing is a core. Maybe I can put that digital marketing under technical skill assessments. In addition to digital marketing, the learner should be well versed in their communication skill assessment. Sorry, communication skill. Maybe I can try some assessments from communication skills. So what to say, not only from, like a core point of training, maybe the trainer can just broaden his vision to accommodate other cognitive abilities into the training program. And the main thing is Bloom's taxonomy. Bloom's taxonomy is an universal pedagogy approach used to test the different cognitive level of an learner. So what? Okay. See, these are the different levels of Bloom's taxonomy. The first one, as I told you in pre-training assessment, okay, let me complete this levels. The first level is remembering. Whether my learner is able to remember the information what I taught. Second one, understanding. If my learner remembers what I taught, whether he can able to explain. Third one, applying. Whatever concepts or whatever knowledge he has acquired, whether he can able to apply that knowledge in any situation. That is a third level. Fourth level, how well he can, break down the information into parts and arrive to a decision based upon the parts. Evaluating, thus making judgments, creating, whether he can able to create new ideas. Now, going back to the same digital marketing training. Okay. Now I'm conducting a digital marketing training. In pre-training assessments, I will use level 1, that is remembering. I will create questions on remembering level. So that means, so this will give me an idea whether the learner remembers something or not. When it comes to post-training assessments, I will use understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating levels. What is understanding? Okay, for example, I may create a simple, maybe say, let me take one topic, SEO. Okay, there's a topic in digital marketing called SEO. Now, when I ask the learner, what are the strategies used to create a best SEO content? If he can able to explain, then my purpose, I achieved my purpose. That is level 2, level 2. Is under level 2. Now, applying. Now, if I say, okay, now can you use this strategy in creating a website? So that means applying level. I may have taught him the theory part, but how well he can use this theory part and create an website content, that is at level 3. Now analyzing. You get data from like a data analyst team about the different products and services in the company. Now, you have to segregate this information to understand which product is used by the customers at the most, which product is used at the least. And then once this product segmentation is done, then maybe you have to go into customer segmentation. Which segment of customer is using this product A? If product A is a high selling product, which segment of customer is using this product A? Elite customers, or like mid customers, or like normal customers. Okay, so this is called as an analyzing. When you have a data, because you are from digital marketing team, you have to analyze the data. When you have a data, how well you are able to analyze the data, so That is at 4th level. Okay, evaluating. Okay, and now I got the data. Now for product A, I'm just dividing this product A into 3 different customer segmentation. So which customer? So if the product A is used by elite customers, or like another set of customers, or C set of customers. So now how well I can make this product sit into all buckets. So what strategy can I use to sell this product to all customer segmentation? Or what strategies can I use to make the least selling product to be more selling product? That is judgments. So what judgment you will make based upon the criteria what you have set. So that means you are at evaluating level. Okay. Now creating. Now I will give some ideas. Okay. Maybe I will go for this marketing strategy 1 to push my least selling product to some level. Or otherwise, when I come to product A, now since product A is used by elite customers, I can give some ideas so that this product A is also used by other set of customers. So that means you are driving the business. You are giving some ideas and you are driving the business. So how did you get these ideas? Because of training program. And now what is the role of a trainer? Role of a trainer does not stop at level 1 or level 2. So that means training is a continuous and improvement process for both the trainers and the trainees. Once the trainer knows this level of Bloom's taxonomy and how well he can, he can present his training session so that the learners can fit into all this level is a mantra for success. So this is very important for any training program or for any trainers. And we follow, as we are into talent assessment service company, we follow all these 4 levels of Bloom's taxonomy in setting up the question papers. Okay. And next thing, as I already told you, how this Bloom's taxonomy benefits a trainer and the trainee. First one, it clarifies your learning objectives that you already know. And then next, it guides assessment design. How well you can design your assessment. Maybe whether you can design assessment at the remembering level or understanding level or something evaluating level. And then see, when you design an assessment into higher order thinking skill. Higher order thinking skill is nothing but you are starting from level 4, 5, 6. Okay. When you design the assessment into that level, it will invoke the critical thinking of the learners also. It will make the learners to think. And then next thing, maybe your assessment can, gradually increase from easy, medium to difficult level. And one more important point is metacognition. What do you mean by that? To think on your own thinking. Now, when you're thinking about some ideas, now this is my strategy. Now I want to put this strategy to improve the business. Are you strong enough in your own thinking? So that judgment will come from the Bloom's taxonomy. So if the learner start to think on his own thinking and reflect on his own thinking and put forward his own thinking, that is a success of Bloom's taxonomy. And the last one, improvement process. Improvement, maybe, from level 2 to level 3, level 3 to level 4. See, when you are at level 6, that means you are at senior level position, giving ideas. When you are at level 1, level 2, and level 3, you are at entry level. When you move to maybe level 4 and 5, you are at mid-level. So the learners can be categorized like that. And yes, this is a simple diagram to let you know what is the percentage of levels you can use. Oh, it's going so fast. Yeah. Can you see? 30% remembering, 25% understanding, and 20% applying, analyzing, 15% evaluating 5. This is a simple one. Like maybe you can consider this statistics when you are creating assessments. But this percentage will differ for entry level, mid level, and senior level. Now coming to the last part. Yeah, conclusion. Now you may have understood that how the assessments play an important role in measuring the effectiveness of the training program, and then how well the trainer can use this Bloom's taxonomy in creating the assessments, so that like they prepare the learners very well for the training program, and also they make sure that whatever they taught is retained in employees' mind. So that's it from my side, Shanti. Any more questions?
I have my set of questions, but let's see if there is any from the audience. Then I'll ask mine. Go ahead, Raghav.
Thank you, Nandini, for such a wonderful session. And in fact, my last 15 years has been into online assessment, psychometric testing, and online surveys. I'm in a new venture now, and I'm trying to build up something on the assessment front. For training and development of an employee, you mentioned that there are few models, measuring models that are available. Can you suggest, are there any specific models that can be used for specific evaluations?
No, I can say most now there are two models used. One is Kirkpatrick's model and another one is Phillips ROI model. These are the two models used by the companies to evaluate the learner's progress. Yeah.
Thank you. This helps. So a follow-up question to this would be, when creating the assessment, and if it's a simple aptitude assessment or a technology assessment, which is a simple question and answer based assessment, does the question format also changes on this in terms of using an adaptive model or a simple model will work?
Now, again, I would like to say now, suppose if I take technical training, now suppose if I want to prepare Java questions for a Java developer, first thing to be noted is whether is this job profile for an entry level position or for an experience level position. So that your assessments will vary depending upon this experience level. If they are entry level, I may set question paper from remembering and understanding and some 10% from, applying. If it is for experienced level, I will go for level 4, 5, 6. For example, now simple theory and concept questions will go for basic level. But when it comes to experience level, I will go for code-based question or scenario-based question or debugging question or troubleshooting questions. Or maybe I can give them a small application and I can give them like 2 to 3 days of time to build an application. I will give them the test cases also. So you will notice this type of bug. Okay, so I will evaluate whether they can able to resolve the bug or not. See, building an application is not a great deal, but how well you debug that application is a main thing. So assessments will differ based upon the experience level, Raghav.
Thank you so much, Nandini. Appreciate the answers. This is helpful. Thank you.
Thank you, Raghav. Thank you.
Anyone else for questions? Nandini, I have 3, 4 if you don't mind.
Yes, Shanti.
There was a slide where you said based on the learner preferences, we can create assessments. Having been in L&D, I've created content to cater to different learners.
Sorry, Shanti. No, that is learner preferences, design the training program and material.
Okay. That was my confusion.
Yeah.
So there is no, I mean, so what you're saying is we can't customize the assessment based on the learner. If somebody is auditory or visual, we can't customize. Assessment would be an assessment and figure
Yes.
it out. Okay,
Yeah.
lovely. The second question, where is it? Why not an L1 assessment if we are going by the level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Why not an L1 for post training? There are sometimes the role requires them to remember certain terms, words, responses, or actions. Why is it not advisable to test at a level 1 post training?
Yeah, level 1 also can be used, but at minimum level. Maybe I can use 5% of remembering questions. 5 to 10% of remembering questions can be used in the post-training assessment also. But in pre-training assessments, I will use 30% of remembering questions. So it is not a strict rule that you should not use remembering and understanding level in post-training assessments. You can use.
We can, because where I was coming from was in my previous role, the processes that on which we used to train. I was working for a bank, and the banking process, they have very strict. If this is the condition, this much is the limit that you can give a loan to a customer, or this is the rate of interest if these are the certain conditions. So those were, and we used to test really senior people on level 1, and I was wondering why we're doing it all wrong. Thank you for this clarification.
And another one thing I want to bring it out, Shanti. See, instead of testing level one for senior level professional, what you can do is maybe say now suppose there are some 4 steps to open a bank account. Some example, okay. Now, if I give them a bug in step 3, okay, I will design an assessment. Okay, so this assessment will not be on remembering level, but this assessment will be based on analyzing an application level, wherein I will give a bug on step 3, and I will ask them how you can resolve this bug in step 3. Or maybe I will say, now I have used this method to resolve the bug in step 3, but it is not resolving. So now you let me know what other process can I use to resolve the bug. See, when it comes to senior, see, this is another one notation I'm trying to give in assessments. Rather than, like asking what are the steps to be followed to open a bank account for a senior level person. Now I'll say, see, my limit is 10,000. Okay, example. Now I have input 10,000 only, but still I'm not able to log in. So what might be the reason?
Yeah.
Okay. So
that also depends on the learning objective, right?
Yes.
Got it. So you were giving the example of creating the website for a digital marketer at an apply level. I thought it was create when you mentioned that objective. Is it not at level 6 because they are creating a website using the knowledge that's given to them? So I wasn't very clear between apply and create.
Okay, apply and create. Okay, let me tell you. Apply this creating a website, because now we have templates available for creating website. Okay, I can use a template and I'll put in the content and my website is ready. Okay, now when some buttons or when some radio buttons or some fields are not working in your created website, okay, then what you will do to make that happen? That is at level 6. I have a template. Okay, I'll put my content, because now if you see, you have many AI tools that give you a template for creating website. Now I am not using, now I will not use my remembering level or understanding level or, like applying level also. Now I have done my website. At some places, if my font size is not working, okay, that font size is not working, or my scroll down button is not working, or my menu list is not opening, here comes the level 6. Now you will try so many methods, but you will not know like which method will click for you. That is called as giving new ideas.
it is creation, but creation at a very complex level. It's not just
Yes.
lift and shift and apply,
Correct,
but rather being able to debug, being able to solve for complex scenarios, and all of it would together would be level 6
Yes.
creation. Thank
Maybe
you.
for example, your website, that inbuilt website may have an image of some pixels, okay, like 100 into 300. Now, if my image is beyond that, how will I put that in website? But my image should not be pixelated. But the same image should work on my desktop, laptop, mobile, anything. So there comes your creativity. How well you can do this.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shanti.
Anyone else? Any questions for Nandini? If not, Nandini, thank you so much. I know you've covered a lot in a short while. And I'm guessing people who are watching the recording may have a few questions. I'm hoping you'll be able to help answer in our community itself, just in case they have. We already know the date and topic of our next session for the learning community, GWS Learning Guild. It is the Indian way of learning. It's a very interesting topic on the 17th of February. So book your calendars. We'll send more details shortly. And it is one of our, yet again, our community members, Jenny Karunakaran. She heads L&D for ANZ, who's going to be delivering that session for us. So looking forward to seeing all of you in the upcoming session in February. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Shanti. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Nandini.
Thanks, Shanti. Bye.
Thank you,
Have a
Nandini.
nice
Thank you,
day.
Shanti. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Raghav.
Bye.
Thank you.
Nandini.